I'm Taryn, this is Logan, and this is Max. Join us as we live and sail in the Pacific Northwest on our 40-foot steel sailboat. We're on our way again, leaving Campbell River and this time off to somewhere in the Lund area. Where exactly, we're not sure. There's a few options and we'll pick one of them when we get closer, I guess. This was the first leg of our journey in preparation for heading up Jervis Inlet to check out Princess Louisa Inlet. So the wind looks to be blowing southwest right now, which is pretty much, not quite on the nose, but pretty much, but we still should be able to sail once we're in opener waters, because we're going to be sailing east, essentially. So that'll be good. It was nice to be in Campbell River for a couple of days, but it also feels really nice to be leaving again. We're fully stocked with food, got water, and we're good to go. But the wind died as soon as we were into the Salish Sea. How's it going out here, Logie?
It's going. We're just about to a possible anchorage. Yeah, and this is the first little bit of wind that we've got where we're actually able to sail, but I'm over it today.
Yeah, it's not feeling good now.
No, I just want to get to where we're going so I can relax.
Fair enough.
And there's a humpback right, should be right behind me.
Well, we made it back to Savary Island. We tried to anchor in the Copeland Islands, but there was just a lot of boats, so we ended up here, where there is also a lot of boats, but I think we found a half-decent spot to anchor in. It's like one of 4 spots along this side of the island. It's a bit choppy, but it's not bad. Not a ton of wind. Tomorrow's supposed to be even windier, so we'll probably hang out here tomorrow, and then if we can, continue to head south the day after. It's a beautiful spot. Really hope it's sunny enough tomorrow to go for a swim and really enjoy the white sandy beaches. It's beautiful. Max was in love with his beach and couldn't believe his luck when he found this awesome stick.
Looking right at the camera. Get it. Get your stick. Okay, get your stick. Oh, good boy. Okay, let's go.
That night we caught a beautiful sunset from the boat before the stormy weather set in. Well, last night was another poor night for sleeping, unfortunately. They upgraded the wind warning last night at like 9:30 or something to a severe wind warning. Luckily, we're on like a protected side of this island here, but it's still supposed to be, or was blowing, gusting anyway, 25 knots last night, so the water and the seas are a little bit lumpy. Yeah, and it was just a lot of gusting and craziness last night, but it's safe. We didn't have any problem, not like we dragged or anything, and it's more just us not used to being rocked around so much, so we just didn't sleep that great, but yeah. Also, it's supposed to turn to northwest tonight and by tomorrow morning be blowing like 15 to 20 northwest, which means that if we stay here tonight, we're going to be on a lee shore with quite a bit of water behind us to build up some swell and some chop. So we have to move this afternoon sometime when this all dies down a bit. And the most protected bay around here is Cortes Island, Cortes Bay, which we've taken you to a couple of times, so we'll probably end up there for the night. But maybe somewhere else. We'll see what time it dies down today. Yeah, it's funny though, because we left North Island, which is known for having worse weather, and probably have seen worse weather since we've been back here than we saw the entire 2 months we spent up there. So I don't know if that's just our luck or if it's because the seasons are already starting to change or what it is, but we are missing the North Island already for sure. We were on the protected side of the island, but even there the wind was catching us. The holding here was sand, so we were very surprised that we didn't drag, although we found out why later in the day when we pulled up anchor to move to a different anchorage. Good boy!
Good jump, bud. I will try and get in without dying.
Good call. Highly recommended way of doing things.
Ooh, it's a little wet. Oh, that's a good gust.
Well, it finally died down a little bit. It's like 1:30, so we're taking Doggo to shore. And then we'll probably pull up anchor and head to Cortes Bay pretty soon after that. Probably not.
Sit on this side. There we go. Now we won't get wet.
And we won't flip the dinghy on accident if we get hit with a wave.
Well, waves are big enough. The wind might be a different story. The wind was like lifting the dinghy out of the water last night. Like the whole front was coming up and like the motor was going down. I was like...
Good times. Good times.
Beach comes way out. Hey Max, what are you doing?
Good boy. As we pulled up anchor to leave, we realized why we had been able to stay anchored so well. We had anchored in what used to be a shellfish farm and apparently had found a net that had been left there when they abandoned the site. Did you just get hit with the anchor?
Nope.
Okay, good. Jesus. Yep.
That was ridiculous.
Yep. But once we left the anchorage, we were straight into sailing.
Right there is Coast Guard boat towing the sailboat that we just about anchored beside last night. So man, am I glad that we were fussy and moved.
Yep.
Even though we got our anchor caught in a fishing net. Yesterday was not a good day.
Not the best. Today was a rocky day, but it was still a pretty good day. Woo! How's that?
Something, right Max? Was that something?
Yeah.
Hey buddy?
We sailed our way north to Cortes Bay, where we anchored for a couple of nights before continuing south to Pender Harbour. Not quite. Not quite. Yeah, we're good. Well, we're ready to go again. This time heading south on the Sunshine Coast from Cortes Bay. It's an absolutely gorgeous day out there. Doesn't look like there's any wind, unfortunately, but maybe we'll get lucky. We'll see. Yeah, it was another awesome night here last night, and I'm excited to see somewhere new today. But the day being so calm ended up working in our advantage in one sense that day. Well, it would appear that we hit something that we didn't see because it was underwater. And now the whole steering column is vibrating when we have any power. So we're not sure what's going on. We're hoping that it didn't like hit the prop and bend it or something, but Logan's sticking the GoPro in the water right now to take a look. So Logan's just gone in the water to try to unwind the line that got wrapped around her prop. We are luckily far enough away from land, but... What do you need?
Got it.
Got it already?
Yep.
Oh, that was quick.
It was cedar bark.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I'm glad that was fast. Is it cold?
No, it's surprisingly warm.
Oh, that's good.
Warmer than yesterday.
That's good. Well, the forecasted winds didn't come, but winds did come in a completely different direction than what was forecast. It's supposed to be northwest and it's southwest.
Southeast.
That's not southeast.
South.
South-southwest. Definitely not northwest.
Oh yeah, it is. It's almost directly south.
Yep, so we're sailing, which is awesome. That's the main thing, but yeah. Thanks, weather report. And now the wind is on the nose and we're back to motoring. Oh, sailing in the Pacific Northwest. For the next few hours, all we did was motor. We could have tacked our way to Pender Harbour, but we wanted to come into the harbour during the daylight, and we wouldn't have made it in time if we hadn't been under motor. Max, are we going on an adventure? Are we? While in Pender Harbour, we decided to hike Mount Daniel, which backs into Garden Bay Marine Park, our usual dog walking spot.
We're going for a hike in Garden Bay. I can't remember the name of it. There's like a little mountain up behind us. And it starts with a D. Can't remember the name of it. But it's probably an hour hiking along the road to get to the trailhead unless we can find a random trail. So that's what we're doing now.
Adventure time.
Yep.
This hike is 5 kilometers round trip from the base of the mountain, plus the extra 6 kilometers round trip we walked on the road. It made for a long but awesome day. Hiked 3 kilometers up the road. By hiked, I mean walked 3 kilometers up a mostly flat road around a lake. And now we are at the trailhead to head up this mountain, which is supposed to heed some pretty awesome views of Pender Harbour. So I'm excited. It should be some good cardio and it should be worth it. So let's get going.
That was hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
No, it was really not that bad of a hike. It was a bit steep, but not very long.
It's mostly just that we're out of shape.
Definitely worth it. So worth it. I mean, you can see our boat down there. That's really cool. We're the only one in the anchorage.
The next day we went for a bit of a wander around the town. I didn't think there were any parks nearby, but not bad. This is like pretty close to the marina. Awesome. it was a really short little walk, but it's really pretty. A nice little wetland in here. It's cool to see wetlands actually being protected instead of like paved over and filled up for more housing. So, nice. Definitely a million times greener here now than it was in January when we were here. Beautiful, look at all these pretty flowers. If you would like to know more about the history of Pender Harbour, we covered some of it in the video linked above. Next week, we start heading up Princess Louisa Inlet on our last exciting adventure before haul out. So thank you so much for being here and exploring with us. We really appreciate all of you.